Check that thing out. It's a Viper ACR. I never see Vipers here. Honestly, in this frickin' town, St. Cloud, Minnesota, I don't see many high-end cars like that, but when I do, it's usually... there's this one old guy, probably like in his 60s. He's got a Ferrari, which I usually see. Not usually, but that's one of the high-end cars I see around is Ferraris, and there's a couple Lambos in here in this town and a few GTRs. But honestly, never Vipers. Never. Especially an ACR Viper, that's a treat. Alright, what's up guys? So in this video we're just going to be kind of dinking around with the truck, kind of fixing a couple things. I'm going to try and touch up these couple like rust spots. Freaking tailgate's like loose. Oh, it's just the top, but try and kind of just touch that up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. It's starting to get some surface rust here and there. You know, it's an old truck, 2009. Okay, it's not that old, but you know. And I also want to try and get these to stick down. And then there's another little spot of surface rust right there. Here's some rust bubbling, which I'm not going to deal with today because I don't have any white paint, which I actually need to go get paint and painter's tape. So I guess we're going to do that first. And then I'm also going to dink with this because this won't go up. It's an automatic running board, but out of nowhere after I went mudding it got stuck. And I've tried spraying it, but you can see there's mud. And it tries to. You can hear the motor. There's mud inside where it folds, and it's like hardened inside of it. So I'm gonna take like a screwdriver pick or something, try and get in there and both of them and see if I can get it all out. But I actually was gonna separate where the muffler isn't so it can have a little bit of a growl to it, but I'm just gonna take it to exhaust pros and have them actually professionally weld a pipe in, and yeah, it'll sound a lot better. And it'll actually be coming out the back, so there will be no drone. I'm also going to touch that up. The dip is peeling. They're just plasti dipped. Just because they're really nice wheels, and I don't want to ruin them with black paint. They're actual really nice chrome platinum rims, minus this guy, which I am getting a new tire for here probably Friday, Saturday. I'm actually getting a new set for the rear. It is rear-wheel drive, and then it has four-wheel drive. That's how trucks work. If you didn't know, they're not all-wheel drive. They're rear-wheel drive with 4x4, but this one is good. But the tires on these are starting to get a little bit of cracking in the middle and stuff. So there's a pair of Nitto trail grapplers, same size, same all-terrain, so it's going to look pretty much identical, maybe a little different tread pattern. That way the front will be the same and then the rear will be the same, so it'll drive fine. But if I just do one rear over there of the Nittos, then it's going to be different tread, different feel, I guess you could say. Rule of thumb for tires is you always replace in pairs. You know, if you replace one in the rear, replace the other one in front, same thing, unless you're in a pinch, obviously you can't. And then I'm actually going to take and secure the mud flap right here, because the other ones are secure but this one's not. I'm actually going to paint them black so they're actually staying black because they're faded, but there's no other real rust on the truck, on the body of it, minus like under these things on the edges you can see. So I will pop these off because I'm going to have to take them off to secure them down. This one's pretty good, so I might just kind of try and just touch up that spot and call it good for now. But I don't want it to spread because the only other rust is underneath it, but the frame has no holes in it, so that's fine. But there's no other imperfections on the truck that I really want to touch up. I do want to clean it up though. Oh, that's a gnarly bug splatter. It's kind of really gross. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do to her. Kind of just film it, I guess. Showing you guys got to take care of your daily driver too. Just got one of these from Target, 32 gigs, and it came with the adapter for the computer and for this camera, I guess. But it was like $8 on sale at Target. So they had a couple more. They have a couple 64 gig packs for like $15. I'm gonna grab one for sure. I actually might stop. No, I'll probably do it on Friday or something. They had a good stack of them. All right, and as we're driving here, I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. So I was at a Dodge dealership, my favorite one in the cities, and this was like a week ago. And I was talking to my sales guy down there. Go straight. And then I was talking to him, and we were discussing. I was looking at 2 different vehicles, which I'm going back down there to test drive them because I really like them, and I think one of them is going to be our family vehicle. One was a 2019 Charger Scat Pack. It was black with the leather and Alcantara seats and stuff, and fully loaded. It was like 40 grand. But I think they're down to like 38 right now or something like it's a steal because it's the 2019. He's told me the leases on those running in tier 2 credit, which I think I'm in a tier 2. We were discussing about me and stuff. I don't pull my credit or anything. I just kind of talked to him. But point is, he said the leases are probably gonna be around the high 400s for that car, is what he's seen, because they've had a few of them go out like that, and they have a few of them. And he said about high 400s for that. And then the next one I'm looking at is a Laramie 2019 Ram Laramie 1500 black. It had the black wheels, the black Laramie wheels, had the full 12-inch screen. I believe it's 12 inches. The carbon fiber on the steering wheel and stuff like that. It's really, really sick truck. And he said the MSRP is like 60 on it, or 59 on that truck we're looking at. And he said they have stupid good leases going on, which is basically matching the Scat Pack lease for tier 2 credit. He said it might be a low 500 lease. But like, can you just, like, what else can you get for that money? I always come to the auto store for like one thing, 2 things maybe, and I always leave like an entire bag full of stuff. $35 later. Oh man. It's always worth it though. Always. Let's see what we got. Every time I go there, I grab a pack of these because they're really nice to have. I love those, like doing oil changes and stuff, keeping your hands clean, just working on cars in general. Got a couple things of oil. 10W40 is what I put in this truck, and just it's good to have spare oil. Plus, I think it's low on oil. Some paint, closest match I could find. I think that's pretty close. I didn't have the paint coat. I forgot to get it. So I took a guess. I didn't want to run back out to the truck. So that's what I got. That was like $30, like $32. So. All right, that should be good now. We have the couple areas exposed that I need to paint. A couple little spots like that. And that one's that looks like a hole on camera, but it's not. It's just surface rust. It's just because it's dark. It's definitely not a hole. If it was a hole, I'd be putting a little bit of Bondo in it. And then we'll come over here and I'll end up masking off the fender, little flare thing. Probably sanding these down a little bit and painting that. Here's Bella sitting out there. Yeah, so gonna kind of make sure that's all down and the Ford emblem taped off. It's good to go. So the first 2 layers of paint are on. I'm probably gonna do about 5-6 layers and then clear coat. This one, there's just a shadow from the tape and like the edge. It's actually still got paint on it too. So I'll probably do like 3 or 4 more coats on that. So about 5-6 total. This side I got all sanded, as you can see, sanded nice and super smooth. Cleaned it off with the detailer. So all those like rust bubbles are kind of smoothed out. And then there's this rust piece too, which I sanded smooth. So now next step is I'm just letting it kind of dry up because I cleaned it. And then I'm going to go ahead and start paint. A couple pieces of the tape burned through when I was sanding, so I'm just going to leave them like that, and then the paint will get that, and fresh paint will go over that too. And then after I do about 5-6 coats right there, I'll do clear coat because I do have clear coat. So this is the paint I got. Just it's better than nothing. And then the clear coat, I have a couple different choices. I think I'm going to go with this acrylic enamel paint and primer. But I also have this one, which is not primer. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with this one because it's not primer. I don't want primer because I don't know. I don't want primer over the paint, so I feel like that's gonna be the most clear. So I guess we'll find out. All right, so I got a couple of spots here I'm working on. Kind of this area right here. You see it dripping on the tape, but it looks decent. It's just that very thin area right there along the edge. So that's gonna look really good. No more rust spot there. And we had right down here, there was a little bit of surface rust starting. It's pretty much gone. You can kind of see a little bit of bubbles. I didn't want to sand that. Right here, I'm done with the paint. I did my first layer of clear coat now. Looks way better. I still have about probably three more, I'd say two more layers of paint over here, maybe even three, as you can kind of see through it still. But it's looking good. So tried to mess with that. I can't figure out the running board. It just won't go up. Something's caught. Something's stuck. So I did screw in all my mud flaps, which were all loose, by the way. So whoever had this car or this truck before us didn't know what they were doing. So I screwed them all in. They're all nice and sturdy now. Touched up the rims in the spots that were kind of peeling, I guess you could say. So like back here was the main one, right there. So I can't wait to make videos like this, just putzing around with the Bonneville and stuff when I get it back. I did buy it for my mom. She does have it. She loves it. But I do have a lot of stuff I plan to do to it. She doesn't mind. She says as long as I don't make it too loud, she doesn't care. As long as I can have some fun with it. And because she knows that she's going to give it back to me when she's done with it. She said she's not even going to charge me for it. She's going to give it to me, which is awesome. But this isn't even rust right here. This is like black paint. Oh yeah, it just peels off, whatever that is. Okay, well, I don't know what that is. That's gone. So yeah, fun videos to come like this, kind of just fixing stuff up, project vehicles, stuff like that, with hopefully an LS4 here soon and the Bonneville. But for now, we're just kind of having some fun with the truck, touching it up. It's going to look a lot better because the body's rust-free minus those couple spots of surface rust starting. The only spots of rust, like I said, is underneath it, being it was a Minnesota truck its whole life. But it's really not terrible for being a Minnesota truck its whole life. See it starting on in there, but I mean, the frame is super clean. It's undercoated. So got all the tape off down here. There's literally no more rust. Right here, there's no more rust. But the problem is, you can see the paint line where it was taped off. Well, if it's the same paint color, you can wet sand and it blends, you know, and that goes away. It's not even the same freaking color. So, and when I did it, a whole piece of freaking paint right there chipped off when I peeled the tape off. And the paint was pretty dry. Wasn't all the way dry, like pretty much dry. And a whole piece freaking peeled off. So, I'm at least painting it. I got one coat of white on now over the gray primer I did on that spot. Over here, you can really see it's not the same color white. It's supposed to be, but it's not. So, oh, and I'm going to wet sand it. I wet sanded a little bit, and this line is totally smooth. You can't really feel the transfer. I'm going to do a little bit more to try to blend it some more and then polish it, but it's a totally different color. It's a totally different pearl white. But hey, it looks pretty good. Most of the rust bubbles are gone. Same thing with right there, minus now where that paint shifting up here. Can't even tell. So that's good. It was under the hood. I checked the oil. The oil is very full, so it's good to know this thing is not burning any oil. It's not really leaking any oil because it hasn't had oil added in a while. It's well due for an oil change, so I'll be doing that here soon too when I do front brakes on it. I got the truck here today, but a very good package came in the mail, so I'm going to kind of clean this up really quick and we're going to unbox it. All right, all good. Now I just got to plug this light in, give us a little bit more light. All right, and voila. So this side up, I already cracked it open to make sure it was good. I've been waiting on this since they shipped it out on the 17th, and it's now the 25th. So took a little bit, but not a big deal because they had to mix it and stuff and make it custom. So here's some test cards they send you from Automotive Touch Up. If you need any paint for your vehicle, it's factory paint. They mix your exact color. You can get it in actually the paint gallons. You can get it in the aerosol cans like I did. You can get it in touch-up pens, whatever you want. So kind of cover up my info here, show you guys. And then I ordered it on the 11th. And that was my total. $104.09. So yes, it was spendy, but it's totally worth it because it's the exact paint. Should match perfectly. They pack it really good too. So we got, I got a can of clear coat, gloss clear coat. Kind of Set that aside. Then we got base coat color. We got base coat, and base coat. So I thought I ordered 2. I only did 2 cans, but they sent me 4. Because 1 can is $29 or $39. You know, being they have to mix it and it's exact match. I ordered 2, but they sent me 4. So I'm not complaining. I've ordered from them before, and every time I always order 2 cans when I need it, and I always get 2 cans. But this time I got 4. And I did order this too. This was also like it's expensive. So it was basically like $80 for 2 cans, and then the clear coat's like 20 or like 10 or something like that. And but I got 4. That's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna put that stuff away. I don't need to test it. I've always ordered from them, and I always trust their mixing. So now the next step is to get the Bonneville in my hands and to start painting. All right, I just cut the grass over here where I have the truck to wash it. It's too long to have it in the driveway. The hose doesn't reach. You can kind of see the line where I cut over all the way up to the house. I don't know why. Just cleaner to wash in, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill the bucket and start washing her. All right, she's all clean, top to bottom, super clean. Finished her with the blue kind of ceramic wax spray. That stuff smells so good. Now the truck smells like blue raspberry. It's like my favorite scent. But the thing is so clean. If you come up to it, oh crap, piece of grass blew on it. But yeah, the chrome I'm gonna have to like hand polish, but it turned out okay for just a quick hand wash. But yeah, she's really clean. Bugs are all off the front, which took a lot of hand scrubbing, by the way. But yeah, this chrome over here turned out really good. She's all clean. Now it's got to dry it and then do the inside. When you wash a vehicle, always do the roof too. Don't forget that. All right, don't mind the music. So there's a portion of the carpet. It's too dark, camera doesn't want to focus, but I go portion by portion. I also did this for an example picture for my post. You can kind of see where I did, and then you can see what I haven't done. It's so full of hair and dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and do like the side down here. I took the side piece off, do that on every corner. Push the seats all the way up, do under them, do the whole back carpet under the seats and everything, and then the seats and the plastics and dash and stuff like that. And windows very last. So just want to give you guys a little update. That's what it's kind of looking like. It looks really good. Super cold out, but like it's not super cold, but it's really cold. But so we got the it's hard to tell, but the entire floor is done. Under the seats are done, everything like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start on like the plastics around the edges, doors, like the center console right there. And then up in the front, obviously, we'll do like the doors, whole center stack, dash, whatever, steering wheel, everything like that. Anything that's plastic, we're going to do stuff like that. And then we're going to go ahead and after the plastic, we'll do the seats condition. Well, first off, we'll do the seats along with the plastic, and then we'll condition them because then you can see they're not good. And then like stuff like this, that's all shiny because I got wax on it. Because after I completely shampoo, I don't actually have a shampooer, but I'm looking into getting one here really soon, which would really help my business. You know, detailing and then flipping cars would really help if cars are filthy. But I use like stuff like that, like just carpet like hand shampoo with like a scrubber and like a detailing brush, and I go in everywhere. For the most part, it works really good. But if it's like an old farm vehicle and stuff, or just caked in dirt, you know, like someone did not take care of the vehicle, like a work vehicle or something, then you're gonna need something a little more than that. That'll definitely help, but not as good. But a hand shampoo would be great. But when I'm done shampooing and vacuuming again and making, you know, everything smooth and nice and no dirt in the carpet, then I go through with like a wax for like an exterior paint that smells really good, like that. That's some pink wax, carnauba wax. I go around and I wet the carpet with it pretty much like so it's damp, and then I go ahead and shampoo, and that's how I get my lines without an actual steamer. at least my good lines, and then, well, those aren't very even, but you know what I mean. You get the lines, and you get a really good smell lasting in there too. All right, so inside is 100% done. Got everything out here that I used. Best glass cleaner that I've ever used right here. I love it. And then just some shop towels for the windows. Just kind of simple stuff. See, the windows are nice and, it's kind of hard to tell, nice and clean for the most part. Interior's looking super good. Seats are smooth. All the dirt's gone. Super smooth. You can kind of see the lines in the carpet from shampooing, or hand shampooing, I guess you could say. Doors are done. Plastics are done. I just gotta adhesive this weather stripping back up still, but windows look good. Trim's back in. Everything looks super good. Dash is all done. The only thing I did not do was the was the front windshield, because I mean it's a pain to reach and I don't feel like doing it right now. And it's fine, it's good enough to see out of. But I did everything else. Shined up the chrome right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go around a waxer, but that's pretty much gonna be it for the video, guys. Just kind of taking care of the daily here, washing it, doing a couple things, a little bit of rust touch up, and shine the tires up too, as you can see. Super shiny. Obviously I did all four. So yeah, she's shined up, good to go. And yeah, that's basically it. So like, comment, subscribe, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. The next video will most likely be painting the Bonneville, the front end damage. So you'll probably like that video. So definitely stay tuned for that. So peace out, guys.